In Seattle, we have a big international district like a Chinatown. Our family would often go there because we really enjoyed it. So it was kind of natural for us when we came here.
I'm Kim. This is my husband Paul. We are here from Seattle in the US. We have been involved in education and training in Quanzhou for over 12 years. Paul and I came here to visit Quanzhou in 2007. After walking around the city and meeting the people, we fell in love with it. It took another 2 years to come here, but in March 2009, we left everything and moved here.
You're gonna take the whole thing?
In the 12 years of living here, we have formed lots of relationships with our co-workers, their family, students, their families, neighbors, and other people in the community. We really enjoy all of them, and I think it's because we enjoy people. How people communicate is very cultural, so being a language teacher here has been like a cultural exchange for us. While being a teacher, we've built close relationships with many students and have gotten to know more about them. We're kind of like parents watching over them as they grow up, and for some, we've become even more than that. One of the things that's really special for us is to have our students come back after we've taught them and tell us how much they appreciate the help that we gave them. As teachers, that's one of the most special things and really fulfilling for us.
I had a student who was in high school at the time, and I helped her with her speech competitions. When she went away to university, we were able to visit her a few times. After she graduated, she came back to work in Quanzhou. We still keep in touch, and sometimes we have dinner or coffee together. This relationship has lasted for 11 years. She's not our child, but in some ways, she's like one of our children. When you learn another country's language, you learn about that country's culture and how the people in that country think. We try so hard to learn Chinese, but it hasn't been easy for us. The interesting thing is that although our Chinese is not very good, our sons were very good at it. When our third son talked on the phone, the Chinese people wouldn't know he wasn't the local person. One time he talked to a delivery man on the phone who couldn't find our exact address. When our son went to pick up the package from him, the delivery man was very surprised. It had been a foreign teenager who had spoken fluent Chinese to him on the phone.
When we call Quanzhou our home, it really is our home. For us, there are many things here that we really enjoy about life in the city. In some ways, we feel like it's easier and more comfortable to live here than living in the States. Another time, when our son was a teenager, he would go out to visit and often stay out late at night until 11:30, and we didn't have to worry about when he would come back home. In the States, we would probably be worrying.
We feel we've become part of Quanzhou and been integrated into the life here.
We like many kinds of Chinese food, and like hot pot and oyster omelets and chow bai gua. In Fujian province, there's lots of great food. Every time we get back to Seattle, we eat lots of the food, but after just a few weeks, we miss the food here. We want to hurry back to Quanzhou so we can enjoy the food that we eat. So our friends often call us local foreigners. We've gone all over the city to places like Qingyun Mountain, Kaiyuan Temple, Luoyang Bridge, many of those places. And up on Qingyun Mountain, there's one of the largest stone statues of Lao Tzu. So sometimes our friends aren't familiar with some of those places, and it makes it kind of fun for us to go there with them.
Every time we travel to other big cities, we think they are nice to visit, but we always want to come back to Quanzhou because we like to be in a city that still feels very cultural, because that's enjoyable for us.
In the past 12 years, Quanzhou has changed quite a lot, and even when we moved here, there weren't places like Starbucks. It was difficult for us to buy things like cheese or butter, and we definitely couldn't do like what we do now, ordering food on the phone. So now we often shop online. I haven't carried cash around for probably like 2 years, and we can do everything on our phones nowadays here. I can even transfer funds to friends, like we call a hongbao when we send money to people.
We love how the city has kept its ancient cultural style while also being modern. Quanzhou has successfully applied to be a UNESCO World Heritage City this year. It definitely deserves it. We recently participated in shooting a promotional video about its World Heritage. We were very happy to participate in promoting the city because we love the city, the people, and our life here.